All right, hi there guys. So I had this live stream of this video and it totally went bad. Anyways, this video was re-recorded then, so bear with me and stay tuned. All right. So this video is going to be how to mitigate injury from the running, and the key main points that we're going to go through. So you can skip this video, rest of the video if you want to. First of all, you have to make a plan. Second of all, you have to start slow. And third of all, you have to look at your mobility and technique. Okay, so let's go into the more granular thing here. Why do we even do this video? It's because mainly what we're seeing is 80% of all runners out there get injured over the next year. And during now we have this kind of corona pandemic going on, so people are not able to go to gym as they used to, and people are going out running much more, which is great. Running is one of the most fundamental things we should be able to do, right? However, if you want to be one of those who doesn't end up in this 80% category that will get injured, you will benefit a bit from this video. Let's have a look here. Why aren't we just able to put on our shoes and go out for a run? And why are shoes companies selling us thicker and thicker soles on their shoes? And the main reason for us to get injured is because we simply go too hard, and that we are lacking, or we're going for a very sedentary way of living. So we sit in front of a computer all day, we sit at home, and then we go out for a run for one hour or something, and then suddenly these pain starts to creep up and we start to get injured. So let's start with the first point. Make a plan. Making a plan means it's something simple everyone can do, and simply is like, hey, look at your schedule. How often are you going to go for a run? You don't want to leave this to serendipity too much. Maybe you can, but you don't have to be like super specific, like at 4 p.m. I'm gonna go out for a run, but at least look a bit on the quantity of how much you're gonna be able to run. And at the beginning, I want you to start slow. So simply don't look at what pace you're running. We have all these nice gadgets where we can quantify how our effort was, what's our pulse and everything. Forget that at the moment. Forget that at least the first couple of months, maybe even the first year. Just forget about it. When you do that plan, I would start with just look at, hey, maybe you're just going to go for a 30-minute walk or jog, or switch in between those. If it feels good, you start running a bit faster or jogging a bit more, and you might increase how many times you do that per week. Maybe you're doing that 3 times a week, 4 times a week, or even you need to do like a 10-minute run, but 5 times a week, simply so you get time, this kind of stress on the body, but in a good way. Is it okay to feel sore? Yes. But is it okay to feel pain? No. Pain is no bueno. So pain is not acceptable. If you think you can run through pain, you will end up causing yourself long-term injuries, and you're going to be out of the game of running, which is like sucks as hell. You can ask any guy out there who has like a bad knee and can't go for a run anymore. He can't do the most basic thing to get some conditioning. So You don't want to go there. You don't want to have knee pain the rest of your life. So have respect for that. So if you start to feel pain, you need to start to reduce the amount of time you're out there, and also the duration you're out there, and maybe you want to spread it out over the week like we discussed just previously. But also, to the third point then, is you might need to start to look at, do I have sufficient mobility and do I have sufficient technique for running? For mobility, I think it's one thing that can be very easy to determine yourself is, can you perform like a couch stretch effortlessly? The couch stretch is one of the things that we prescribe like to everyone, because it's one of the main things that can really reduce stress on the body, on the lower back, and also improve the technique, just because the tissues are a bit more normalized. For those who don't know the couch stretch, we have plenty of videos about the couch stretch, so check that out. We also have a mobility video specifically for runners, so you can also check that. We can put it in the show notes. If you still can't figure out what's happening with your body, you might need to look up a specialist and check that out. When it comes to technique, this can be very hard to do by yourself, but there's one simple thing that you can start with, and it is, if you go for a walk, you can walk, or if it's snow and it's a winter period somewhere, or if you're at the beach, you can have a look at your footsteps. How do they look like? So when you are walking, do you walk with your feet straight, or do you walk like a duck? If you're walking like a duck, I can guarantee you will end up in this category of 80%. If you walk with your feet straight, you probably have you're in the right direction. However, for the specific of running technique, you might need to look up like a running coach that really looks at how are you actually running. Are you heel striking a lot? And those things you can clean up. And again, the reason why we need to maybe have some tutoring on this is because we simply spend so much time sitting. So we need to spend some more time and effort to do these basic things nowadays. If you start to get this will be a no-brainer. You will never, you will not really need to have to think about this too much. However, if you have a lot of issues with running, again, make a plan, start slow, work with your mobility and technique. And what I forgot to say about making the plan is you need to probably work in a sufficient amount of warm-up and stretching, and get the tissues really warm. If you are a heavy dude like me, over 100K, you will just need to warm up those joints a bit more. If you're a bit older, like me and older, our joints, they are a bit slow. We need to get them warmed up. We need to get the body fluid go in there, especially if we've been sitting a lot during the day. Okay, guys, so remember, no pain. Pain is bad, and don't run through pain. Make a plan, start slow, increase your mobility and improve your technique, and you'll become the best runner in the world, which means you're running without any pain, and you can do it until you're 100 years old. Okay, take care of yourselves, and come with questions if you have any, and I'll try to answer those, or refer to someone who might even know those answers. All right, have a great one. See you in tomorrow, maybe. Bye.